What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we are back with my 1967 Ford Galaxie 500. This is a video that I really don't want to do this way, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. This car has got rotten tires that have been on it for like 20 some years, and I need to drive it 30 to 40 miles one way and then 30 to 40 miles back. Now, we've never driven this car any further than 10 miles at a time. So I've got a new set of wheels and tires in the garage. I'm hoping they're going to fit. We're going to find out right now. And then we have to hope that this car can actually make it all the way to Ada, Oklahoma and back, because they sent me this car without keys for the doors and without keys for the trunk. I need to get this thing painted, and I can't do that until I have the keys. So we're going to go to a locksmith. I would normally just throw it on a trailer, but unfortunately, you can see I've already got my trailer loaded up. That's for something different. Unfortunately, the location of the locksmith is in a really tight squeeze area right in the middle of downtown. There is no way at all I'm going to fit a trailer, a 24-foot trailer with my truck safely down that road and have a place to park. So the only choice, it fires right up. The only choice is to drive it. Personally, I think it's going to make it. It's got no gas. Okay, so we'd probably ought to add some gas. Let's get this thing onto the lift. That's step one. God, it sounds good though. We'll get this thing onto the lift, and let's hope that my new wheels and tires are gonna fit. Oh, you know what else? I don't think this car has brake lights. I just remembered that. I don't think the brake lights work on this car. Okay, guys, let's get it in the shop. All right, we got her in the shop. I think what I'm gonna do real quick is shut off these lights, and we're gonna hit the brakes. I don't know why I keep thinking this car doesn't have brake lights, but it's bothering me, and I'm not gonna be able to take this thing out on the road till I know. Oh no, yeah, you'd see them light up. We do have, yeah, see, clearly, tail lights. Brake lights are a no-go. Great. That's one more thing I got to deal with today. I guess I'm going to jump in with my voltmeter. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check fuses. This is a pretty basic car. Fuses are right underneath the driver's side dash here. This car is hot because it's been sitting outside for weeks and weeks and weeks. We also got to check fluids before we take it any further, and I'm going to need a light. So let's throw a light in here. And we're running out of time today, guys. As usual, I am behind schedule. Here's your fuse box full of teeny tiny. There's a cigarette lighter. It's missing a fuse. There's a blown fuse for a dome light. What else we got? Is that all our fuses? Heater, fuse, radio, instrument panel, dome light, and cigarette lighter. We don't have a fuse for the brakes or for parking lights or anything? This is weird. Okay, and then we've got wires that are just, this is lovely. You see what I mean? We've got wires under here. What does all this go to? What does all that go to? Brake light switch is right here. Somebody's been into it because they've cut the wires. Does that does not. The brake light switch wire is going to the temperature gauge. Oh, Lord have mercy. Because brake lights are important, and I would like to have them so I don't end up in a car accident, I don't want to inadvertently hurt somebody either. I've taken this brake light switch out, and I've cleaned it up with my BW100 electrical parts spray. I've done my best to clean this thing up, and if you look back there at the lights, you can clearly see they work now when I depress the brake pedal. Well, I'm simulating pressing the brake pedal by pushing this. So we know that it works. Now I'm going to put it all back together. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that we have brake lights, because if we do, we can move on to changing the tires and wheels, and we can get on the road. Things don't always go to plan when you're working on these old cars, and what I found out is after I cleaned everything up and put it on, actually back on the brake pedal, it didn't work. So I know the brake light switch works, which means we've got a problem with the gap between the where it contacts the pedal and where the switch actually opens and closes the contacts. So I thought up a trick, and I used some electrical tape, and let's see what it does now. Brakes, 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 brakes. Perfect. So I took 2 pieces of electrical tape and I folded them up and up and up and over, and then I shoved them in there. And then I stuck the brake switch back in, and it was too much tape to where the brake lights were always on. So I took 1 piece of the tape out, left the other one in there, and now it is perfect. It's very important to have brake lights, guys. We're going to be on the highway. We're going to be going highway speeds, and people need to know if we're slowing down. So now that we've got the brakes fixed, the brake lights fixed, I think now it's time to find out if these new tires and wheels that I've got are going to fit, because without those, we also can't take this trip. Well, I figured before we go any further, we ought to take a look at the underside and see how rusted out this thing is. Remember, it came from somewhere like New York or something like that. It definitely came from the Rust Belt. Got a little bit of a transmission fluid leak right here at the transmission lines. Everything under here actually looks pretty good, though. We've got a code there that says like W90, W30, I don't know. Oil pan is pretty dry. We've got a Fram filter. Power steering is definitely wet right there. A little bit of oil over here. Relatively dry. I mean, it's a little damp, but I don't see anything like spewing or pouring out of it. I'm not a Ford guy, so I can't tell you what this pan is. So we'll just do it like that. You guys can look at it, and I'm sure somebody's going to immediately jump at the comments because you know exactly what it is. I don't have a clue. Not a clue. Honestly, it looks pretty good under here. I'm surprised. I thought everything under here was going to be rotted. Oh, this thing used to have, looks like a manual transmission at one point. I don't see any reason why someone would have shoved all that in there unless they had thrown a manual in it before. Doesn't look like the floorboards, floor pans have ever been replaced. They actually look good. The frame looks to be in good shape. We've got some kind of a hose to a copper line here, probably fuel. Brake lines. Some little chrome, like bullet style mufflers. Yeah, everything under here is actually, it's actually really good shape. Not to say the car doesn't have rust. It's definitely got rust in the quarter panels and in parts of the rockers and everything. But like overall, it's really not bad at all. I thought this thing was going to be a lot worse underneath. All the outside panels that have rust, that's stuff that all can be replaced. Patch panels, all that good stuff. It's the stuff under here. It can be replaced too, but I mean, it gets a little more difficult. You're talking about like rotted out floorboards and rotted out frames, and this is in incredibly good shape. Okay, so I don't feel nearly as scared to take this thing out on the road now. I don't know what rear end that is. This is really not bad. Even the trunk, this is another thing I was worried about because we can't get into the trunk. The trunk's not rusted out either, guys. Not bad. Not bad at all. A little bit of linking from the rear differential. Yes, this car is going to be sold. This one is going into Mako soon. I'm going to get these wheels and tires changed. It's going to go in, I think it's Mako. I've got a new body and paint shop. I can't really tell you where or who it is just yet because they're not ready, but I'll be sure to let you guys know as soon as they give me the go-ahead on it. But I want to get this in for paint ASAP, and then I'm going to go ahead and send this one down the road. It's a nice car, and it drives great. It's just a cruiser. It's not a race car. It's not a rocket ship or anything like that. It's just a nice old cruiser. And you can see, now that it's up in the air, you can kind of see, I mean, the rockers look solid, but you get right here, you see this bubbling in these quarters. You can see there's Bondo piled over this section right here. That's all Bondo, okay? There's Bondo all over there. Although the sheet metal looks good up here, that looks like factory sheet metal, but then you get a little bit of rust here, and I guarantee that's all Bondo. I promise you, that is all Bondo down there as well, and it's going to be the same thing on the other side, I'm sure. You know, they're going to make it look better The color of this car is just hideous, in my opinion. I can't stand the color of it. There's Bondo in these doors here, right here. It's cracking here. There's Bondo all down here too. And there's been pretty significant sheet metal work right here. And rust up there as well. And of course, these quarter sections just rot out like crazy. And you can see that's Bondo. There's a lot of Bondo in the arch and down. I mean, this is all common stuff though. It's not like I'm surprised. What I'm surprised about is that the underside of this car is in great shape. That's what I'm surprised about. I'm not surprised about finding Bondo. I knew we were going to find Bondo. It's a Northeastern car. But to see the undercarriage and the floorboards and the trunk pan and everything in solid shape, the frame rails, even though is this a unibody? Because it doesn't have a traditional frame. If you look, you've got like these frame rails right here where the rear end connects to, and you got these like frame rails running down the front, and that's been welded. And then up to here. So yeah, this is a traditional frame. My bad, guys. I was thinking this is a unibody car. I'm thinking of Camaros and stuff, I guess, but Camaros and Mustangs. No, this is a traditional frame. But I mean, overall, the car looks pretty good, man. So I think it deserves a fresh paint job. We're going to go back with fixing it up with Bondo, of course. I mean, we're not going to do a bunch of sheet metal work on this car. It's just not worth it. Okay, at the end of the day, the value of the car is just not there. But I'm going to have them patch it up, make it look as good as we can, change the color, and hopefully when it's all said and done, well, maybe we can not lose $5,000 on this deal. Well, it's time to say goodbye to the old and hello to the new. What do you guys think? Old school or old school? I like the look of these a whole lot better, especially with the color that I'm thinking of going with this. I already checked the front suspension. That was a big concern too. I was shocked to find out, even though the front suspension definitely shows its age, there's no play. No play. Not up and down, not side to side, bearings, tie rods, ball joints, nothing. There's no play in this suspension at all. My current concern though is the length of these studs and whether or not these tires and wheels are going to fit. So let me sit you down and let's find out. Moment of truth. Please fit. Ha ha ha. They fit. And I got new lug nuts to go with it. I got these from, honestly, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I bought these at Tire Rack. And I got the black acorn lug nuts to go with them because, you don't want anything shiny to take away from this beautiful black. Look at this. Now, I know the wheels are supposed to fit this car. They are, 15 by 8s, I believe. The issue is on the back tires, I went really, really big to give it a raked, kind of classic muscle car look. And what I don't know is if they are going to fit. So stick around, let's find out together. These are no longer 21s. That means they're probably 19s. Bingo, 19s are perfect. Gently, kind of snug them up a little bit. There we go. Make sure everything is seated. There we go. What do you guys think of that? And look, see what I mean? There's no play. There's no play in the suspension at all. Well, guys, I can already tell you the new tires are way bigger. Way bigger. So this will be interesting. Easy, easy, easy. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Out with the old, in with the new. Whew. Okay. Well. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I guess we'll find out when we lower it down. It's got air suspension. I've got the air shocks aired up to about 90. I don't know. Look at the wheel. The good news is with these wheels, the old ones stuck out really far. These ones actually go in quite a bit. So maybe it'll be all right, or maybe it's going to rub on this this dog leg here. Only one way to find out. We're just going to have to get her bolted on and lower it down. Well, unfortunately, we ran into a little bit of an issue. Surprisingly, it seems like the wheels and tires fit, almost. Except for, well, I had to break out my mini sledge right here on this exhaust. The tire was just rubbing hard. Like, you couldn't drive this down the road like that, guys. So, you could clearly see where it was rubbing right here. So, I took it back apart, and I took my mini sledge, and I beat the heck out of it in that general area. I'm hoping this will give us enough clearance where we can now get this tire to move without catching on the exhaust. You guys ready to see how it looks? Oh, we got a lot of room now. The question is, though, is once we drop it down, are we still gonna have a lot of room? So let's get our tools out of the way. Let's lower down the bridge jack. And let's cross our fingers we can get out of here, because if we don't leave like now, we're never gonna make it. All right, first look. We'll get a better view of her when she's outside and with some better lighting, but there it is, man. I love the look of the wheels. I really do. I think they look great. I'm gonna go ahead and roll down this little quarter window here. Get a little more airflow going through this car. I told you those back tires and wheels were big, guys. Those are massive. I like it. I like it. I love the teardrop hood too. I think with a single color, brake lights still work. We're good. I checked all the fluids, oil, all that stuff, coolant, everything is good. Suspension is good, brakes are good, lights and signals work, fuses are replaced. I think with a single color and the color I'm going with, I think it's really gonna make this thing stand out, guys. I really do. I wish I could tell you, but I can't. Right now what I gotta do is I gotta text the locksmith, let him know I'm about a half hour away, make sure everything is still good, and then we can take this thing out on the highway. You guys ready to go? This is not gonna be the most entertaining part of the video, I don't think. I don't know, it could be. My goal is very simple. I wanna drive this car down to Ada, Oklahoma, get the key made for the doors in the trunk. I already called them. They told me to come on down. They'll get it taken care of. Like I said, we've already checked fluids. We've made sure our brake lights are working. So everything should be good to go. Does this radio work? I'll be damned. Oh, come back. It was working. I was gonna jam, man. Yeah, all right. Well, guys, we're looking about a half hour drive on the highway down to Ada. Let's get on the road and see how this thing does. So here we are cruising down the highway, guys. Speedometer shows we're going 60. Reality is we're going about 67. So my tires, I tried to size them so the speedometer would be right. Unfortunately, I got them just a tad bit wrong. Instead of the 70 series, I probably could have gone with maybe 65 series. And I'll bet if we had 65s, the speedometer would be right on the money. Either way though, the tires are balanced out nice. The car is riding down the highway just fine at speed. Temperature is staying, I don't know, around 190, 195. Steering is nice and tight. Brakes feel great. It's a wonderful cruiser, man. It really is. And now that I'm actually out driving it for the first time, really, I've already hit the 5-mile mark and then some, man. Like, we're gonna drive this car like 30 miles each direction. And it is such a comfortable and well-managed cruiser. I find myself, unfortunately, kind of falling in love with the old girl. It's making me want to tell Mako to, you know, take a little bit better care of her. Let's make her look just a little bit nicer for a little bit extra money. Because this is an amazing old car. Personally, I'm an old Chevy kind of guy. I love my old school Chevrolets. That's why I bought this Ford, because I've only had a few old Fords, and I've had a ton of old Chevys, and I thought maybe it's time to change it up a little bit on the channel. Let's bring up a Ford. I like it. I actually like it a lot. What's next? A Dodge? We already did a Barracuda recently, and I actually love that car too. Basically, what it comes down to, guys, is it doesn't matter if it's a Chevy, a Ford, or a Dodge. I just love these classic old American cars. Well, guys, we made it to Crawwell Lock and Safe in Ada, Oklahoma. The car did great. We're sitting here, temperatures are good. Unfortunately, I have no oil pressure gauges or nothing, but I've got a dummy light that works. She seems to be running great, guys. She did fine all the way here. And no dieseling when you shut it off either. No complaints. Let's go in here to the Locksmith and let's see if we can't get us a door and trunk key for this car. Man, are you guys ready for this? Listen, I feel bad for the guy that was out here helping me because he stayed out here late, man. It's like, it's 5:30. He's supposed to get out of here at 5. And look at this. Key works. The door key and the trunk key are not the same key. So, see, this key doesn't want to fit. So then you got to take the round key. Look at that. We have a key for the trunk. Oh, wow. Guys, we have stuff. What is all this that came with? We got cylinder heads. We've got lines. What is this? Looks like turn signals. Some kind of weather stripping. The felt for the windows. Holley carburetor. Oh my goodness. We've got intake gaskets. Oh, guys, I don't have time to go through all this here. We're going to have to take this home and go through it. I don't want to bother this guy any more than we already have. There's the rearview mirror. I was looking for that. Does it have a nose in there? A nub? No, the nub fell off. All right, we got a rearview mirror. We've got a window regulator. What is this? A Cadillac symbol. We got a New York license plate with a quarter stuck to it. Quarter is from, I can't even see it, 2001. Jumper cables. Cylinder heads. My goodness, what is this? I see a window regulator, 2 window regulators sitting down here, a scooter. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was not expected at all, guys. We're gonna have to get all this stuff back to the house, and I think we're gonna take everything out of the trunk, just kind of look through it, see what we got, figure out what's trash and what's for keeps. But this is what I wanted the trunk open for. I expected there to be a tire or something in here. There's no tire, but there's everything else. I just wanted to be able to open the trunk up, clean everything out, so that this could all be painted one uniform color. What an awesome group of people here, man. Now, my only question is, do either of these new keys that he cut work the ignition? I don't think so, because the ignition key appears to be a different key. It is. Yeah. So we got 3 keys. We've got an ignition key, we've got a door and trunk key. Sorry, we've got an ignition key, a door key, and a trunk key for this car. How about that? I should have made a copy of this key. This is the only ignition key that I've got. Fires right up. Sounds good. I'll tell you what, it has been a heck of a day. The guy stayed a half hour late to make these keys for me, so I gave him a $100 tip, and it cost me like $180 to have these 4 keys made. And remember, he had to make 2 of them from scratch, man. That key was from scratch, and the trunk key, he didn't have a computer, he didn't have codes. He took an old school like lockpick thing, man, and he had to sit here and fumble with it until he finally got it to work. Then he had to cut a key, and then he had to grind the key down based off of what his little tool did. Same thing for the trunk. He put in a lot of work, man. He put in a lot of work out here. Thankfully, it's a reasonably nice day today. And I got to give one more shout out to these guys over here, man. This is and they've got 57 reviews, 4.1 stars. It is Crawwell Lock and Safe in Ada, Oklahoma. 324 East Main Street, Ada, Oklahoma. And I just wanted to say thank you to these guys, to this guy in particular. I didn't catch his name, but thank you for staying late. Thank you for helping me. Good customer service these days is hard to find. Well, I decided it was time for a treat, guys, so we rolled up to Applebee's. I invited Santa's Workshop in case he was, well, I know he's not in the area, but just in case he was, he had a family issue today, so he's not going to make it. So I think what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go inside, we're going to eat. Those wheels just made it, man. Seriously. Wait till we get this thing painted. Listen to this. She sounds good, man. I think with the new color, it's going to look great. Thank you. I'm going to go in, I'm going to grab something to eat, and then I guess we'll come back and we'll see if it can make the 30-mile trip home. We'll also fill it up. It's sitting at about half a tank. Might as well put some fresh gas in it as well. So I'll see you guys here in a minute. Guys, I cannot tell you how much fun I had taking this car out for a drive today. For its maiden voyage, really. We've only ever driven it 10 miles and back. So to take her out and actually get her up to 65, 70 miles an hour on the highway, drive smooth as butter, man. And here's the other thing, the steering, it's so smooth. It doesn't have a bunch of play or anything in it. Like, the wheel is solid. The car holds itself pretty true, man. The wheels, I think, made a huge difference. Having keys obviously makes a huge difference. Brake lights, it's kind of a big deal too, right? All the lights are, even the tag light, even down to the tag light is working. And listen to that exhaust, would you? It's just a good runner, man. Again, this isn't a race car, but just a nice cruiser. And I was really surprised how many compliments I got on this car, because she's kind of rough, guys. The paint color, this like metallic turd brown, is not the color I would have picked, and the obvious Bondo cracks and stuff, you know, and the paint that's missing, and you can see the different color underneath it. I was really surprised at how many people, even kids, as I'm rolling through Ada, were like, man, I love that car. And I was just like, wow, you know what, this thing actually is something kind of special, isn't it? She's something kind of special. Let's see if we can pop this hood. I can't remember where there it is, right there. I noticed a slight tap. I noticed this when we first got the car too. I also hear I hear a hell of a vacuum leak somewhere. You hear that? I wonder where that's coming from. Ow! Whew, she's a little warm. Yeah, we definitely got a vacuum leak somewhere. And she's too damn hot for me to be touching on her right now. And that battery, I can't believe this. For everybody that tells me Walmart batteries are awful, they're junk, I've gotten a lot of negativity when I tell people I buy Walmart batteries. Here's one from 2017. 2017, still working great, starts the car, runs it with headlights and everything, like no problem. I would love to find that vacuum leak though. But I keep hearing, I want you to listen. You hear that? A little chatter, and then it goes away. Right there. And then it goes away. It's just it's an ever so slight chatter from the top end. I think it's coming from this side. I also hear an exhaust manifold leak too. I don't think that's an exhaust manifold leak. I do hear a leak, but I think what I'm hearing is maybe a rocker or something on this side that ever so often just tick, 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 then it goes away. Then tick, 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 then it goes away. Good pressure on the cooling system. She doesn't run hot at all. Thankfully, she's got a fan shroud. And do we have a clutch fan on this? Yeah, I think we do. I think it's a clutch fan. Either way, it's a work in progress, guys. Like, this is one of those project cars, you know what I mean? It's not a show quality car. It's probably never going to be. It's got some dings and stuff from being stored for a long time. But overall, just a nice old car with working lights. And would you take a look at these factory? Can you see it? Probably not. The factory interior lights, those green. Remember those? Old Ford green. And the blower works. Defrost. Does it? Oh, it's hot too. It's hot. So we got a working heater, and then floor is right here. So it should be coming out the... Oh, yeah. She's blowing out the floor. It works. It actually works. This thing's got a working heater, working blower motor, the radio, the lights come on, and you can kind of hear it. Yeah, kind of makes the noise. Radio doesn't work though. Clock doesn't work either. Windshield wipers work. Lights, signals, everything works. Couple window regulators I think are no good. This one works. I'm about to close her down for the day. I think this one works too. Yeah, this one works. I think it's the passenger. This window right here is the one that the regulator has crapped out on. This one I believe works too. Yeah, this one works as well. A little sticky, but it works. And then this one doesn't do, this one does nothing. You can clearly see something is very wrong there. This works. Close her up. This one you gotta kind of just, there you go. Just like that. We have keys now for locking and unlocking. It needs the mirror, or at least the glass for this mirror right here. And this needs to be covered up because we got those dual antennas in the back. What do you guys think, man? I don't know. After taking this thing and spending a few hours, you know, hanging out with it today, I've really come to appreciate it, and I kind of have a little love affair going with this old girl now. She's a cougar, man. She stole my heart. She shuts right off. That vacuum leak sounds awful though, doesn't it? I was gonna say she starts right up. There we go. Had to give her a little gas. I filled up the gas tank, and it only took it to about 3/4, so obviously something stuck there. Will you start back up again? No, it wants me to give it gas. There, you give it a little bit of gas, she fires right up. Listen to that exhaust, will you? Oh my God. She may not be fast, but she sounds fast. You ain't got to tell nobody. You know what I mean? Just be your little secret. Ain't anybody's business if she's actually fast or not. She sounds mean. She sounds real mean. As far as going through the trunk, guys, I think we saw the majority of, you know, what's in there. I'll take it and put it in the garage and go through the trunk a little more another time. I may end up throwing it on the trailer. I'm thinking about taking this over to Mako like now, or I can't say that it's Mako because I don't know for sure that it is, but I'm tempted to throw it on the trailer and take this thing down to the new paint and body shop that I'm gonna be using tomorrow, and having this one be the, whoa. What the hell is this? No way. It finally came. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. I didn't realize this was here. See, I got so many cars, I don't even realize when a yellow banana shows up in my driveway. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. Come on. Come on. No, you didn't, Randy. No, you didn't. You did not go out and buy an old custom cruiser, man. Yeah. Oh, it's locked. Yeah, I did. I did. I've been waiting on this thing for a long time. The reverse seats. Crazy, man. I can't believe I'm standing in front of one of these. Last time I was in one of these, I got arrested. And I went to jail for, well, we'll talk about that in another video, right? These things used to be just so awesome, man. It's not the same as the Vista Cruiser from that 70s show, although it is similar. You see, it's got the same hump up here, but it doesn't have the glass, doesn't have the windows. A little more modern version of the old Vista Cruiser from that 70s show. I think with this, guys, we're gonna get out of here. I need to know from you, though, for your next video, what do you guys want? We've got the police cars, the twins, by the way. These are both 2005 California police cars, both fully loaded with all the police gear and equipment, including the gun locks, radar detectors, front and rear. I mean, these both, lights, sirens. These things both have everything. And here's the coolest part, in my opinion. This one is number 29. Obviously, both of these, you know, came in at the same time. This one is number 30. That means these cars have been like brothers from the very beginning back in 2005, and here they are still together. I could have bought just one. I couldn't do it. When I saw number 29 and number 30, I knew they had to be a pair. I said, I've got to buy them as a matched pair. And I don't know who this is, but RIP DG, whoever that is, man. Yeah, rest in peace. Okay, guys, that's going to be it. Cop cars for the next video, or the custom cruiser for the next video. You guys drop your comments below and let me know. I had fun making this video today, guys. Sometimes these videos feel like a lot of work, you know, but today I actually had a great time just taking an old car out and putting some miles on it, getting to enjoy it, putting it back on the road. Remember, that car was last driven in something like 2017. The tires were old and rotten. This thing has not moved in forever, and today she did 60 miles at highway speeds, cruising down the interstate, man, and she did absolutely great. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Drop those comments down below. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.